What's going on, boys and girls? You know, people tend to love these greens videos that I made for some reason. They get a lot of views for some reason. And I guess, you know, if you know how to really make some really good greens, that's a talent right there. But I've watched my mom and grandmother make greens pretty much, not all my life, but all my childhood life. I watched them do it. And so I've pretty much perfected it. So the main thing is you don't rush these greens. You know, now kale, you know, you can cook kale in probably under 30 minutes. But when you start getting into the collard greens, the mustard greens, the turnip greens, they're a little bit more hearty. So you got to take your time with this. And also the meat that you use to season it also makes a big difference too. Today we're going to be using some turkey necks. Now, generally I'd be using some fat back or some hog jowl or something like that. It really makes it taste good, but turkey necks really give it a good flavor as well too. So here we go. We're going to keep this video short. Hope you guys enjoy it. Alrighty, y'all, we got everything here. We got some southern greens right here. It's a combination of collard greens, mustard greens, and turnip greens. We got an onion. We got a couple of bell peppers there. We got a jalapeno pepper. We got some turkey necks right here. We got some garlic, some honey back there in the back, some lemon juice, a little bit of Lowry seasoning salt, some vinegar. Vinegar is a staple in my greens, at least. Got some Italian seasoning and some chicken broth. Now, if there's some things that you like the flavor of, guys, you just put them in there and have at it. But those are the things that I put in mine. And if I think of anything else, I think I've got everything in there. But I think I use these same ingredients almost every time, except for sometimes I do make it a little bit more spicy. So that's the only thing. I don't have anything that's super spicy in there. First of all, let's cut up our vegetables. Well, actually, first of all, we're going to get the meat going first, because we're going to have to let that cook for about maybe 20 to 30 minutes before we even start messing with these greens. We want to get that water flavored up. Alrighty, we're going to add those turkey necks to our chicken broth. Just bring them up to a boil. And then once they start boiling, let them simmer for about 20-30 minutes. Alrighty, so I know these things the bag says that they're triple washed, but I always wash them again, y'all. I just do. I just have to. And sometimes you can go through these things and take the bigger pieces out like this, but I cook these things well enough where they're going to be super tender, and that's a lot of nutrients in there. So we're going to rinse these things off here, and we still got about 15 minutes for the turkey necks that are boiling in the chicken broth. Alrighty, so after about 30 minutes, 25-30 minutes, we're going to go ahead and add in our onions in here. Going to add in our bell peppers. We're going to add in our jalapeno peppers as well. We're going to give that a nice little mix here. And then we're going to take some of our greens here, put them in there. Alrighty, so we added our greens in there. Now we're going to add a little bit of vinegar. And usually we're going to put about maybe 1/4 cup in there, y'all. And I'm just eyeballing it because I've done this a bunch of times. We're going to put in a little bit of lemon juice as well. Maybe about 1/8 to 1/4 cup. Don't need a whole lot. We're going to put in some of our garlic. Should have put that in first, but we're putting it in now. We're going to put a heaping spoonful of garlic. We like garlic. Going to put in some of our Italian seasoning, which I have not opened yet, so we're going to open that. And we're just going to pour a little bit in there. That's probably about a tablespoon, y'all. Gonna put in our Lowry seasoning salt. Now, if you have Tony Chachere's, you can use Tony Chachere's. If you have something that you really like, guys, use that as well. Gonna put in about a teaspoonful there. I guess I missed the paprika a little while ago, but we're gonna put in a little bit of paprika, just a little bit. Maybe about 1/4 teaspoon. And last but not least, we're going to put in just a little bit of honey. Just a little bit, like maybe 2 tablespoons of honey. All right. Then we're going to give this a mix, y'all. Now this right here will not stay this size here. So once it starts cooking, it'll shrink. And we're going to cook this and watch your fluid levels. You're gonna cook this for about an hour or so till it's nice and tender. And what you want to be tender is those big parts like that right there. You know, once that gets tender, you're gonna have some good green eating. So we'll come back here once that starts boiling. So again, we're gonna bring it up to a boil. Once it boils, we're gonna put it on simmer, let that thing simmer for about an hour. Alrighty, y'all. So the greens have been in there for about an hour or so, about an hour and 5 minutes or so. The way that you can tell that they're really done is to taste the big stalk, which I've already tasted the big stalk. Nice and tender, not chewy, very good. And then you also want to taste your pot liquor to make sure that you've seasoned it perfectly. And it's got that nice little vinegary taste. If you want it to be a little bit sweeter, you can add a little bit of honey to it, but it tastes fine because it's got those onions in there and it's got those bell peppers in there that kind of sweeten it up a little bit. So this right here was a great recipe, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, comment on the video, hit that thumbs up. Doesn't cost you any money, but it does increase that algorithm for more people to see these videos. And you guys have a great day. Peace, peace, peace.